friends, my today's topic is concept of isomerism. So before start with isomerism, let we clear the definition of isomer. So isomer is nothing but the compound having a same molecular formula but different in arrangement of the atoms, which is called isomer of each other. So the first word isomerism and isomer, so it was coined by Berzelius named scientist. So this word was derived from the Greek word isos, that means equal, and meros means the part. So to describe the relationship between two clearly different compounds having the same elemental composition, that means same molecular formula but different in arrangement of the atoms. So such pair of the compound differ in their physicochemical properties are called isomer of each other, though they having a same molecular formula, but the functional group might be different, position of the functional group might be different. So due to that, it exhibit different physicochemical properties. So hence it is called isomer of each other. Here example is given, ethyl alcohol and diethyl ether. So if you look at the molecular formula for both the compounds, so that is remains same, C2, because 2 carbon are there in ethanol, H2 3 plus 2 plus 1, that means total 6 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So molecular formula for ethanol is C2H6O, and for dimethyl ether again 2 carbon are there, 6 hydrogen are there and 1 oxygen are there. So again it having a same molecular formula but functional group is differ. So this is called isomer of each other. Now let us see the different types of isomerism. So basically there are two types of isomerism. One is a structural, or we can also say constitutional isomer. Another is stereoisomerism. Constitutional isomerism, so again it is divided into the 6 different parts. So first is chain, skeletal as well as the nuclear isomer, positional isomer, functional isomer, metamerism, tautomerism and ring chain isomerism. In this video we'll see the all these types of structural isomer in the details. And in stereoisomerism again it is divided into the two parts. One is configurational isomer, another is conformational isomer. Configurational isomer again it has two types. One is geometrical isomer and optical isomer. Now geometrical isomer means compound which can restrict the rotation around carbon-carbon double bond. So such kind of isomer is called geometrical isomer. If I am giving an example of geometrical isomer, so it is nothing but cis-trans kind of isomerism, or we can say EZ kind of isomerism, which is comes under geometrical isomer. In case of optical isomer, so compound which can rotate the plane polarized light, so such kind of compound optical isomerism is formed. If any compound which can rotate the plane polarized light right side, then such compounds are called dextrorotatory compound. Any compound which can rotate the plane polarized light left side, such kind of compounds are called levorotatory compound. Another example, conformational isomers. So again it have two types, rotational isomer and amine inversion. Rotational isomer is nothing but compound, or generally it is observed with carbon-carbon singly bonded compound where free rotation is possible. So it is generally observed with ethane, propane, butane, pentane kinds of molecule. And another part is amine inversion. Generally it is observed with ammonia molecule where amine inversion, or we can say pyramidal inversion, is observed. So as I discussed, these 6 are the different types of structural as well as the constitutional isomer. First is chain, skeletal as well as nuclear isomer, positional isomers, functional isomer, metamerism, tautomerism and ring chain isomerism. Let us discuss one by one in detail. So first we'll discuss the chain, skeletal as well as the nuclear isomer. So what is the difference in this. So it again, as I discussed, as isomer, what is there? So molecular formula remains same, but different arrangement of the carbon chain within the molecule. Again I am repeating, chain isomer, skeletal isomer and nuclear isomer, where molecular formula of both the structures are remain same but different in arrangement of the carbon chain within the molecule, which is called chain isomer. So let us see the example. So C4H10, it's a molecular formula for butane. So this is a structure of N-butane where straight chain is there. Okay. Now this is a structure of isobutane. So again it has a same molecular formula but carbon chain, arrangement of the carbon chains, that is differ. Here it's a straight, or we can say normal butane. Here it's a isobutane. It is a branch chain and it is a straight chain. So these two are called N-butane and 2-methyl propane, or we can say isobutane, are called isomer of each other, though having a similar molecular formula. Same way pentane, C5H12 is a molecular formula for the pentane. So this is the structure of neopentane and this is the structure of isopentane. Okay. So again here there is a more branching, here there is a less branching compared to neopentane. So again same molecular formula but different in arrangement of the carbon chain, which is called chain, skeletal as well as nuclear isomer. Next is positional isomer. So positional isomer is nothing but compound having a same molecular formula but functional group position that is differ. So let us see the example. This is a propanol where hydroxy group is a functional group. So hydroxy group is attached at carbon number 1. So it is called propane-1-ol. In this structure, hydroxy group is attached at carbon number 1 and 2. So second number of carbon, hence it is called propane-2-ol. So again molecular formula that is remain same. So molecular formula is total number of carbon present is 3 carbon presents. Hydrogen are 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7 plus 8. So C3H8O, that is a formula that is a common for both the structures, but position of functional group, here functional group is a hydroxy group, that is differ, which is called positional isomer. Another example, we can say 1,2-dichlorobenzene. So, okay, common name is ortho-dichlorobenzene, meta-dichlorobenzene and para-dichlorobenzene. So compared to these chlorine, this chlorine is in ortho position, this chlorine is in meta position and this chlorine is in para position. So we can say 1,2 position, 1,3 position and 1,4 position. So again position of functional group are differs, so hence it is called positional isomer. Again some more example, but2-ene and but1-ene where position of double bonds are differ. In this structure double bonds start at carbon number 2, in this structure double bonds start at carbon number 1, hence it is called but1-ene and but2-ene. Same way with triple bond, double bond, both are considered as functional groups. So in this structure but1-wine, because of triple bond is there. So here triple bond start at carbon number 1, hence it is called but1-wine. Here triple bond starts at carbon number 2, hence it is called but2-wine. Now next is functional isomer. So what do you mean by functional isomer? Compound having a same molecular formula but different functional groups are present, as we discussed in ethanol and ether. So here examples are there, ethanol and dimethyl ether. So how many carbons are there? So C2H6O. So this is a common formula for both the compound. So here functional group is hydroxy, here functional group is ether. Same way ethanoic acid and methyl methanoate. Here functional group is acid, here functional group is ester. Same way for ketone as well as aldehyde. Propanone, common name is acetone, propanal, propanaldehyde. So here functional group is ketone, here functional group is aldehyde. So this is called functional isomer, having a same molecular formula but different in functional group attach. Same way, another example, 1,3-butadiene and 1,2-butadienes. Okay, so one is alkene and one is alene. Now what do you mean by alkene and alene? In alkene, double bond, either it is in isolated positions or it is conjugated positions. When double bond are in cumulated positions, means double bond, then again double bond comes, then it is called alene. So functional group that is totally changed. Here it is called alkene, here it is called alene. Okay. Benzyl alcohol, anisole, orthocresol and metacresols all are called functional isomers. Here functional group is differ, here functional group is differ, here functional groups are differ. So hence it is called functional isomer of each other. Next is metamerism. So metamerism means different number of carbon atoms or different alkyl groups on either side of the bifunctional group. So here which are the bifunctional group? Oxygen, sulfur, amines as well as carbonyl carbon are called bifunctional group. Again I am repeating, different number of carbon atom on either side of the bifunctional group. This is called metamerism. Metamerism is shown by member of the same family, same functional group. Let us see the example. So this is a bifunctional group. Here bifunctional group is a carbonyl carbon. So on either side of the carbonyl carbon, same alkyl groups are there. Ethyl is there on either side of the bifunctional group. But if you look at its metamer, so here 3 carbon chain means propyl chain is there and here methyl is there. Here propyl is there, here again methyl is there, but it is a isopropyl methyl ketone and here it's a methyl and propyl ketone. So these two are called metamer family or metamer of the diethyl ketones. Okay, so different number of the carbon present on either side of the functional group are called metamer of each other. Next is tautomerism. So it is a types of structural as well as the constitutional isomer existing in easy and rapid equilibrium by migration of atom or group are called tautomer of each other. So again same molecular formula, but it can be rapidly equilibrium with each other by migration of the group as well as the atom are called tautomer of each other. So best example is ketoenol tautomerism. Okay, so here keto group is there, it can easily converted into its enol group. Okay, by migration of the group as well as the atoms. So why it is called enol form? Because of this is alcohol. So for alcohol suffix is ol and en that comes from this alkene. So alkene carbon directly attached with the hydroxyl group, alcoholic OH group. So hence it is called enol form. And acetone. So again keto-enol tautomerism is there, keto group and this is a enol group. Now there is a necessary and sufficient condition for a compound to exhibit keto-enol tautomerism is carbonyl compound which contain at least one alpha hydrogen. So what is a necessary and sufficient condition for a compound to exhibit keto-enol tautomerism? So at least carbonyl carbon having a one alpha hydrogen. So let us see the example. So this is a structure of acetophenone where 3 alpha hydrogen are present, so keto-enol tautomerism is possible. Butanone again 3 plus 2 alpha hydrogen, total 5 alpha hydrogen are present, so again tautomerisms are possible. Propionaldehyde again 2 alpha hydrogen are present, so tautomerism is possible. This is not called alpha hydrogen, it's a part of the functional group, aldehyde functional group proton. Okay, alpha hydrogen means the carbon directly attached with the functional group. So the aldehyde is a functional group, so next adjacent carbon is CH2 group. So where 2 hydrogen are there, both are called alpha hydrogen. In case of benzaldehyde, so here aldehyde group is attached at benzene ring, so it is replaced by hydrogen which is attached on benzene ring, so hence there is no alpha hydrogen present at here, so no tautomerism is exhibit in benzaldehyde molecule. Same way diphenyl ketone, so same way here no alpha hydrogens are on either side of the carbonyl carbon, so with this structure ketoenol tautomerism is not possible. Now compound other than carbonyl derivative which also exhibit tautomerism, so such kind of compounds are called lactam ring as well as the lactim. Lactam means nothing but cyclic amide group, and this is called lactim where hydrogen of the amine group that is goes with the ketonic oxygen. Then amide and imidic. So in amide and imidic it is generally formed with open chain kinds of compound, and lactam and lactim generally formed with cyclic compound. Same way amine and imine tautomerism. So this is all about tautomerism and different example of the tautomerism. Now let us see ring chain tautomerism. So generally it is observed with open chain as well as the cyclic compound having a same molecular formula are called ring chain isomerism. So the two structure, one is open chain, another is cyclic compound, so both having a same molecular formula, but one compound is in open chain form while another compound which is in cyclic form, though having a same molecular formula. In such kind of compound ring chain isomerism is formed. Let us see the example. So this is the structures of propene, prop1-ene, and this is the structure of cyclopropane. So in structure of cyclopropane, CH2, CH2, CH2. So 3 carbon and 6 hydrogen are there. So same way 1, 2, 3 carbon, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6. So C3H6, again it is a molecular formula for propene, same molecular formula with cyclopropane. So this is called open chain compound, this is called cyclic compound, so hence it is called ring chain isomerism. Same way with propyne and cyclopropene. So if we find out the molecular formula, so 3 carbon are there and here only one carbon are attached, so 1 plus 1 2, and here 2 carbon are there, so total 4 carbon. So C3H4, it's a molecular formula for the cyclopropene, and here if we see C3H3 plus 1 4, so again it is the same molecular formula as cyclopropene has. So this is the structure of propyne and this is the structure of propene. This is compound which is in open chain form and this is a compound which is in cyclic form. Thank you.